Welcome to Washington. We're ready to get underway here. Greetings, everyone. With Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emery.
Always a thrill to be here, Mike. Let's meet tonight's starting goalies. Starting for Ottawa, Yanni Herme. And in the opposite net, for Washington, Ole the goalie, Olaf Kolzig.
We're just about ready for the start of tonight's game in Washington.
Both teams playing pretty conservatively here in the early going.
Shoots! One-timed over to Alfredson. Big blast! Cross ice to Yager. Passes to Yager. Over to Simon. To Yager. The Capitals head to the bench for a change. Washington likes to play here.
Washington loves playing at home this year.
Face-off to the left of the net. Touch pass to Gonchar. Cut it up. Not much luck in overtime for Washington.
They've been lucky to escape with anything in overtime this year.
To Redden. Cross ice to Havlet. Pass to Arvidsson. He shoots. The pad save. The shot. Cross ice pass. Left side to Bondra.
Quiet crowd here today.
Right side to Konowalchuk. Over to Arvidsson. To Lang. The drive. The Senators change up. Left side to Bondra. Odd man rush. Retrieved by Fisher. Feeds it across. Konowalchuk on the hard around. Hard off the boards. Over to Brené. The wrist shot. Off the board. Over to Yager. Right side to Simon. Cross ice to Yager. Cross ice to Zubras. The Capitals change up the lines. Draw to the right of the net. To 90. Rister. Cross ice to Arvidsson. Sent to Miller. Feeds it across. Over to Arvidsson. Rink wide to Arvidsson. Drives one towards the net. Over to Arvidsson. He shoots. Left side to Kristich.
Still no score in the first period, but both teams are playing real aggressive hockey.
Nicolishin on the hard around. To Hosa. Left side to Alfredson. To Bonk. A long blast. Over the net. Covered by Herme. Draw in the left circle. One-timed over to Phillips. The drive. Over to Simon. Across right to Van Allen. Pass picked off by Witt. Lines up and fires. Feeds it across. Can't get through. Rockets one. Big shot. Off the board. Just wide. Touch pass to Hull. Over to Simon. Cross ice pass. Simon with the slap shot. Face off to the right of the net. Bondra. They score! Bondra with the wrist shot. And the Capitals will skate with a lead here.
The goaltender had no chance on that one.
Ottawa trying to tie it up. To 90. Cross ice pass. Across left to Havlet. Off to Konowalchuk. Puck brought along by Konowalchuk. It hit the post.
The sound of a puck hitting the post is music to a goalie's ears.
Draw to the left of the net. Quick pass to Pettinger. Shot. Cross ice to Alfredson. It's a breakaway. Retrieved by Cleat. Feeds it along to Metropolit. Pettinger on a breakaway. Draw to the right of the net. Recovered by Nicolishin. Cranks it. Rink wide to Brené. That one won't get to him. Picked off. Shot. Miller takes it up ice. Skates in front. Pass to Brené. Feeds it across. Ottawa looking for the equalizer. Colsey covers it. Face off to the right of the net. Zubris hustles to it. Puts one on goal. Passes to Yager. Cross ice pass. The slap shot. What a spectacular save. Under 20 seconds remaining in the period. Puck ahead to Zub. He scores! Hermé beaten by the wrist shot. The Capitals in control now. Top shelf, right under the crossbar. Doesn't get any better than that. The draw at center ice. One timed over to 90. Dumped into the corner. And the first period draws to a close. Washington 2, the Senators 0. We're ready now for the start of the second period.
Ottawa better get going in this game, otherwise it could get out of hand.
The Capitals rescue the puck. Dumps it into the corner. Misses the mark. Advance to Bonk. Rink wide to Alfredson. Over to Hosa. The Senators trail. Cross ice pass. Rink wide to Zubris. Fires a slapper. Shooting. Over to Yager. Picked off. The Senators get called for the penalty. And Washington will get the man advantage.
Bonk, way too aggressive on that play, Doc. Teams don't seem to be afraid to take penalties because of the low power play numbers for the Capitals.
Face off at center ice. One times it to Redden, to Kristich. Fisher in the defensive end to get it. Sent into the corner. Shot sails wide. Misses the mark. Gathered in by Kristich. To the point. A minute left on the man advantage. He fires. Chara plays it into the corner. Off the mark. He missed the net. Over to Fisher. Pass picked off by Lang. Shot covered up. Face off to the left of the net. One timed over to Salo. Shot. Rink wide to Yager. A shot. Feeds it across. Right side to Konowalchuk. Right side to Konowalchuk. Just out of reach. Icing against the Capitals. Ottawa, a lot of power play goals this year. Draw to the left of the net. Quick pass to 90. Takes a shot. He fires. The wrist shot. Over to Pettinger. Lays the wood.
He was completely leveled.
The Capitals with the lead. Passed ahead. Feeds it across. Intercepted. One timed over to Arvidsson. Big shot. Cross ice to Metropolitan. He smothers it. Colsey, awful stingy between the pipes tonight. Face off in the left circle. Zubris takes the puck. Over to Simon. Intercepted. Hull and the Senators are offside. Face off in the neutral zone. One timed over to Redden. Right side to Alfredson. Chased down by Bonk. Offside. The draw in the neutral zone. Washington leads. Dumped into the corner. He missed the net. Cross ice pass. Left side to Yager. Cross ice to Zubris. Cross ice pass. Feeds it across. Rink wide to Simon. Offside is the signal. Face off at neutral ice. Quick pass to Redden. The Capitals back to get it. The drive. Off the board. That'll go wide of the cage. Wrist shot. Puck covered. Face off in the left circle. Rink wide to Konowalchuk. Left side to Bondra. He fires. Draw to the left of the net. Lang plays it to Konowalchuk. Shoots. Puck ahead to Havlet. Over to Arvidsson. The Capitals leading. Witt in the defensive end to get it. Across left to Bondra. The slap shot. Over to Konowalchuk. Over to Arvidsson. Lang on the hard around. 2-on-none. Passes. Score! White punches it in on the breakaway.
A great heel-to-toe wrist shot that found its way into the net.
Draw at center ice. Gathered in by Zubras. Simon on the hard around. That'll go wide of the cage. Feeds it across. The shot. He missed the net. Off the mark. He covers it. Fisher faces off in his own zone. The slap shot. Quick shot. Over to Grenade. A long blast. Cross-ice pass. Over to Herperger. Over to Kristich. Advances the puck to Nicolishin. The Capitals looking for a little breathing room. The Senators change it up. Not much time left here. The Capitals change up. Draw to the right of the net. Over to Redden. Redden on the hard around. That's the end of the second period. Washington 2, the Senators 1. We're moments away from the start of the third period.
Washington wants to fight off any early rushes in the third to keep their slim lead.
One timed over to Phillips. Feeds it across. The shot! Kicked aside. Taps it ahead. Blasts it! A shot! Hermé smothers it. Draw in the left circle. One times it to Redden. Picks it off. With a slap shot. Great pad save. Over to Bondra. Across right to Konowalchuk. Across left to Havlet. Offside. Face off at neutral ice. Controlled by Washington. Pass to Yager. Chased down by Zubras. Bunk plays it into the corner. Off the board. Shot. Johansson with the puck. Over to Simon. Cross ice to Yager. The Capitals in the midst of a change. Face off to the left of the net. One times it to 90. He shoots. Position with the puck. Lets it rip. Up to Nicolishin. Pass to Kristich. Breakaway chance. Draw to the left of the net. Lang with the puck. Scores! Lang on the wrister. The Capitals pulling away.
Hermé didn't even see that wrist shot coming.
Washington leads. Face off in neutral ice. Cross ice to Bondra. Over to White. Injury on the ice.
Oh my, I can hear that collision all the way up here.
Face-off to the left of the net. Recovered by Lang. Drops it to Bondra. Bondra races back to get it. Cross ice to Konowalchuk. One-timed over to Alfredson. To Konowalchuk. The Capitals in the midst of a change. Face-off to the right of the net. Moves it quickly to Phillips. Shoots. Touch pass to Simon. Quick shot. Pass to Hull. Right side to Simon. The wrist shot. Face off in the right circle. Dancing in. To Hosa. The Capitals with the lead. Right side to Hosa. The shot. Draw to the right of the net. Moves it quickly to Redden. Shooting with a shot. Draw to the right of the net. Quick pass to Phillips. Shot over to Brené. Covered up. Lang faces off in his own zone. Drop. The shot. Along to Bondra. Feeds it across. The Capitals change it up. On goal. Pass to Arvidsson. Ottawa trails. Over to White. Left side to White. Over to Zubras. Washington chases it down. Hosa whistle for offside. Face off in the neutral zone. Drives one towards the net. Rockets one. Rink wide to Metropolitan. Feeds it across. The Capitals want to change lines. One times it to Pettinger. Face off in the left circle. Over to Simon. Hermé smothers it.
Simon forcing the action right now. He's got to settle down.
Draw to the left of the net. Sent to 90. Over to Alfredson. Puts it on goal. Penalty called. And Washington will have the man advantage.
The referees aren't going to let you hook a guy like that anymore. Washington can't seem to get the man advantage to work for them this year.
Arvidsson faces off in his own zone. Zubras with the puck. Dumps it into the corner. Off target. Off target. Off to Konowalchuk. Over to Yager. In his kitchen.
Phillips made him pay for not paying attention.
Washington with an extra skater. Face off in the right circle. Redden shoots it to the corner. Can't find the target. Rebounds off the board. Just wide. Picks it off. Shot. Kick save. Dumped into the corner. Wide of the mark. Misses wide. He passes. Rings his bell. Chara got it in, but an offsides call. Face off at center ice. One times it to Salo. Cross ice to Yager. Arvidsson connects on the hip check.
Washington, send in the message that if you're standing there, you're going to get hit.
He scores!
The goal is under review.
They'll be looking at the replay of this one upstairs. Following the review, the goal will stand. The Capitals score again. The Capitals leading. Quick pass to Knighty. Over to Pettinger. And that will do it. The Capitals pull this one out.
Oh, this was a yawner. I think it was a case of two teams going in different directions.
For my partner Darren Pang, this is Mike Emmerich. See you next
The
time.
third star from the Washington Capitals, number 9, Patty Subras. The second star from the Washington Capitals, number 22, Steve. And the first star of the game from the Washington Capitals, number 37, Ottawa.